Hello, welcome in. So today we've got a special one. We are going to make an AI influencer. Welcome into the channel. So today that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make an AI influencer. There's a lot of different ways to kind of make one here. The way I'm just gonna do it is gonna be pretty simple and easy. And where I like to go is Higgs-filled AI. That's probably an easy like the as far as ease of use and the easiest one to make where you can like kind of do videos with it and do things like that. Higgsfield AI is the best place to do it. The more advanced way to do it is to do it this way. The first thing you're going to do is kind of basically take the text, go create an image. You know, you're going to need to get a voice. You're going to go do all these other different things and things of that nature there. This way is just if you want to make an AI influencer and you want to make one like today, this is how you make one quick, fast, and in a hurry. So that way you're not like running around like no Higgsfield AI. That's it. Now the first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna go to ChatGPT. You're gonna like tell it to give you a prompt. Basically, when you tell it to give you a prompt, you want it to just you want to describe what you want the prompt to look like, because the one I put is of course going to be for like fashion, right? So I put a high fashion influencer that looks good, whatever. um you can also describe it more in detail, so you can take it there and say, okay, I want a fashion influencer that is in this area of the world that looks like this X, Y, and Z. That'll give you further details there. When you go through it, you can kind of read and check the prompt here just to see um, if this is going to be something you really want to really do. So I don't mind this one. So I had already, what I did was in this here, when you get to Higgsfield, you have to sign up. You got to pay, I think, the 25 or 30 bucks a month, something like that. But when you get there and you've paid and you've done that, there's this AI influencer tab right here. If it doesn't show up, if AI influencer does not show up for you, the first thing you need to do is just Google it. Just type in Higgsfield AI influencer just on Google or wherever you want to go, and then click it. I found that for some reason this tab doesn't show up unless you do that sometimes. I have no idea why. It must be a bug or something like that. So, anyways, you want to create the character, okay? I'm not going to create a bug. It's going to be a human, right? So, human, female, European. You know, you want to do some skin, deep brown. You know, I just put regular stuff here. And then if you want to change some of these things, you can. Body, you can change that. Style, you know, you can change all that stuff here, and you can basically customize it however you want. If you're into the weird stuff or the other things, just do that. I don't really care about any of that stuff. So, um, then after that, you just want to hit generate. Now it even gives you like a warning because it's getting over processed right now. Everyone's trying to make one, so if it does fail, you might have to try again and try again, try again, or you might have to go along with it if it really does fail. But we're gonna sit and wait here and do our thing. But AI influencers really are going to control the market here. So if you do not create one within, like, I'd say the next month or so, you're definitely going to be behind. If you do not have an AI influencer on your page or on a different page or somewhere like that, you are officially behind. You have to make one. But you can do so much with it. You can do so much with it. So being able to do this is going to be interesting. So if you look at it, this one is not like what I described, but for some reason, um, this is what they gave me. But you can always kind of like, you know, you can see kind of what it is and like if this is something that you want to do, and you might want to just change it up, and then you might want to recreate this because I picked something like that, but it gave me this one, and I'm like, huh, I don't know if I want to do that. So you know, and you can always go back in and figure out, okay, what is going on with the prompt. It might be that. It might be a little bit like not. It might not actually give you what you're looking for there. So, and it does it really fast if you notice that, right? It does. It did it really fast. So we're gonna change it up here and see what we get this time. I don't mind. Honestly, I might use her for a different Instagram or something like that. I might use her for a different use case. So it just depends on the person, right? And you can honestly use that image and then you can literally recreate new images from that. That's the cool thing about this is that you get to continue to iterate and keep going with this as it is. So that's the big thing is being able to do that is like one of the most important things out like right now is being able to change things up, being able to do this or do that. So that's kind of how that works, and we're just gonna wait and see what this one looks like here. I think that I think this one might look a little bit different. We're gonna see, and then we can kind of figure out if we're gonna use this one or that one. And whichever one kind of works is the one that we're going to kind of stick with. That's kind of and just for the use case here, we're going to see this one's cool. Definitely not what I described, but like we're going to go with it, and here's why. We're just going to go with it. Although this is definitely not and you can literally animate it, you can put her in motion, you can do so many things. So if you put her in motion, right, and you just click motion, so motion control, there's a lot of different things. There's like by motion. There is, motion control, which is this one. If you don't see it at the top, you have to type it in. Motion control is different. Motion control is one of these things where you are able to go to the studio and you can click one of these and you can just put your avatar person quite literally in motion. So what you're going to do is you can pay. I'm just going to leave the one that's here and just click generate. When it generates, it's gonna work really well, and then you can basically start to do this like pretty much like right now live. So you can get more pictures of the person. We're gonna do that too and see if the pictures come out exactly. We're using only Higgsfield AI today. We're not using anything else. We're not gonna go to 50 different programs to make it work. That doesn't even make any sense. So for today, we're just using Higgsfield AI. And I think the big thing is you can do voice in here too. It's not the best as far as like ElevenLabs, things like that, but it does work. And I'm going to say this now. It's just because it's not the best now does not mean it's not going to get better. So you have to remember if we're in February of 2026, ask yourself, is it going to be ready by 2027? It will be. So it's going to be fine. And then processing this takes a little bit of time because it is a video. And what it does is it takes that other person's face and body and then puts it on there. And it does the entire motion and the entire reenactment of that AI avatar there, right? So that is what it does and how it works and things of that nature. It is pretty good and it takes everything the right way. So that's kind of how that works and how that looks like things like that. So this is definitely something that is highly necessary for all people to start using. So um, this is definitely like the biggest one to start using here. Just giving it a second to load. It does take a second to load this, however, because of the fact that it is quite literally um it's video intensive. Video is going to definitely take more time than other models and other things do, right? So you have to remember that when you're doing video, it's not going to be a 5-second click and then it's done. Image has gotten a lot faster. Video is getting faster by the day, so it's getting faster every day. And I think that's another call out to make is like AI does not slow down. It is not here to slow anything down. It's going to move at lightning pace speed. So if you're not like nervous about that, then you gotta like lock in a little bit. So I'm locked in and I'm doing the things I need to do. But if you are not locked in right now, then you are definitely not paying attention. So, and we need you to pay attention here. But like, it's kind of crazy because I don't know, man. You know what? I'm gonna keep saying some of y'all gonna end up dating these AI influencers, man. Like for real, you gonna end up dating it. Like you are definitely gonna date an AI influencer. I know you guys are. It's funny because I can see who follows the influencers already. I'm like, it's like you can't tell. That's crazy. So you can't tell. So if you can't tell, you just can't tell. That's how it works. So but that's the entire point. So it's definitely gonna change and people are gonna question certain things and you know that's just how it works. We're gonna get into how to create an agency and like flows and all that stuff too, and how to make money with an actual agency. But I have to make sure I show you guys as much detail on AI as possible on the entire roundabout suite of AI, so you're not like just left in the dark. And that's definitely like what I really want to do is make sure that you're like fully aware of this and you understand what's going on, how it like works and things of that nature. Because as of like right now, it definitely is going to be something that um you know it is definitely something that needs to work well. So it's still processing here. We're still looking at it, process and process and process. It is using Clean 2.6, which is a really good model. There's like 3.0 now, if you can see up there. I don't know if that's going to be the best for that. I've noticed that. Sorry about that. I've noticed that the 2.6 is good. I am gonna do a video on like my schedule and stuff like that. Sorry for yawning, guys, but that's kind of where things are at right now. Is it's just loading. So as it loads, we just have to wait. Um, just gotta wait here. And you can always take this same prompt. And the other thing I do like Midjourney too. So while we're here, you kind of just take the prompt and you can literally just put it in there. And then this is honestly how you can create a Midjourney one. Uh, Now, I just took the prompt and put it directly inside of the upward facing version of this. Now, if you notice, it'll create a different version of what the model looks like there. And it'll keep creating different versions of it. So, and the big thing here is going to be you just have to kind of pick which one you like. Let's say you like this one. You can upscale it, you can do different things, you can make it look better, things of that nature there. So, you can really do whatever you want with it. Now, this looks a little grainy, so you would have to change the prompt for it though. Now, if it looks too grainy, you got to change what it says because this is the prompt is so detailed that it's blurring out the background. It's making it look too blown out. Now, I think this is a couple things I think here. If you're looking for video and just pictures and things of that nature that are really high quality that can deliver better on just the quality. Like if you're a quality person, Midjourney is probably the better place to go. Now, for influencer things, that's different. Like if you wanted to move around and do stuff and to, maybe talk a bit or do like those things, that's where that's gonna go. The influencers, the ultra luxury ones, this and that, that's definitely gonna be on Midjourney. You're not getting a luxury influencer on Hicksfield. You're not. It's impossible. You're not going to get one. It can't create that just quite yet. Midjourney has that. So while we're like waiting here, what we can do is we're going to be like, give me a Midjourney ultra luxury influencer female prompt for luxury. And I want it to be detailed. She looks like from, let's just say Australia this time. so then we're gonna do that. Oops. So it didn't like something that I put in there. I'm gonna try this one. Some of the only thing I know is you have to be careful with what you put in there now, because the other thing is if you keep putting in certain words and stuff, you're just gonna get banned forever. Like they'll ban you to the point to where you can't even use any other credit card sometimes. So you just have to be careful with that, and you also have to figure out what type of model you want to make. I'm not really feeling these already. I'm just not feeling them. They don't even look realistic at all. Like to me, they don't. So I'm just gonna let's try again. Oops, sorry. Why does it keep doing that? So let's try this. In the imagine word, you can use it. It makes it a little better, I suppose. So I still don't know why you used to need the imagine as a keyword, and then you'd have to use like a backslash things like that, but you no longer really need to do that there. So um I'm not feeling these. I'm really not. This one's okay, I suppose. It's kind of all right. I mean, the look is fine. I think the thing is like, here's the thing. Once you generate that, then you can take it and use like 20 different pictures of it, develop an entire book, and then you can kind of continue to use it there. This thing is taking forever. Okay, so we have the video here. And honestly, that's not bad. Like it looks perfectly fine. So what happens here is you basically you have an influencer now. You have an influencer. You're done. You don't have to do anything else. You are done. I think a lot of the other courses they go through, oh, make this thing, do this and that. I cannot stand when people tell you on the internet to go through 12 different things. They are trying to go for a certain level of perfection that I think an average user is not going to be able to ever get. Like, if I'm being completely honest, you don't need to do the voice thing. You don't need to make it talk. You just literally just need to make one. You don't need to do all that. If you needed to say certain things, that's a different niche. That's like completely different. Most people, we're gonna do a video of that, but like most people don't need to do that. They just need the basic skill of like, how can I just make one today, and what do I need to do? That's it. That's all you got to do is just make it, and that's it. So that's all you need to do is do that, and then if for example, if you like this picture, you can literally click upscale. You click submit, and once you click upscale and you hit that, you can also animate it too, and it's really cool to see that happen. When you upscale it, upscaling just means make it look better. It's not hard to. It cleans up the pores, cleans up the skin, things like that. So, and when you do that, it's gonna look more realistic. It's gonna look more defined, more however you want to kind of describe it. But the big thing here is once you create it, then you can iterate. You can dress her in different clothing. You can, do different things. You can do a lot more than less, basically. So the hardest thing to figure out is really doing the entire brand deals and stuff like that. That's a little bit different. So um, and as you see, her skin is way better, way more clear, things like that. And if you want to make another version of her, you can do that as a style reference. And then you can just say, imagine woman turns woman in swimwear clothing, Australia, something like that. And you can put the Omni reference as that too for the oops, sorry. I'm not doing the prompt, but sorry. Imagine swimwear. All right. And then you just do something like that. And then you can also do high motion for something like that too. So we're going to do both of those. We're just going to do we're gonna do like a motion one. If you see, that's a video, right? And then we're gonna do this one where it's an imagine swimwear model Australian on the beach. So we're gonna see what we're gonna get here. I'm pretty sure the it might come back slightly different because that's the thing. We haven't given it enough prompting on that. So if we look as it's being developed, it's kind of similar. It's not bad. Not bad. She looks close, but not close enough. This is a good quality model, though. This is a good quality model. You know, you can do a lot with that there. The video is going to take a second to come out there. This is definitely going to be where you're at. But in order to get really good quality pictures and photos over time, you have to quite literally sit down and continue to do it until this model here that you selected continues to look the same in every single picture. And then as you develop it, you can basically put it into a folder. So I think the last thing we're gonna do is kind of like just look at this video, and that's pretty much it. And then I think we're done after that. So as long as that's good, then I think we're good to go here. And I think if you look at the video already being developed, this is a good quality video. So far. So, and if you look at the scenes it's developing, it's giving you kind of a different vibe. So this one here, this isn't bad, but you can this is definitely like not a bad video, nothing like that. Oops, sorry, I don't need that. But these are not bad videos. So it really does come down to the user. What you really want to do is continue to iterate there on the actual video and stuff of that nature. So thank you for coming to the page here. Thank you for having a great day today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we are locked in for 2026. Have a great day.